Hello and welcome to Get a Little Creative. I'm Beckie Farrant.
I'm Jen Hatfield.
And I'm Heather Mann, and we like to bring you the coolest craft ideas,
the best creative blogs,
and simple projects that anyone can do.
Today's theme for the show is Roadkill Rescue.
Yay.
Hey,
Yay.
So if I heard Roadkill Rescue, I think the first time I heard it, it made me think of either dead animals or something like that. So what is it? What exactly is it?
Well, at least where I'm from, people throw out really amazing things. Like, you know, we have this large trash pickup day and people will throw away dressers and nightstands and old chairs and things like that. And I kind of coined the term roadkill rescue. And it's basically like a trash to treasure, something that you found that was discarded, that someone was throwing away, that was headed for the landfill, and you kind of repurpose it into something better. And if you find something on the side of the road, I mean, anything's better than that. So anything, you know, will wow people when you do something with something like that. Right. So, yeah.
That's true. Well, I have to say that I was going down the road last year and it was a trash day and I saw this chair and it was hideous. And my mom was with me and I was like, stop the car. And she was like, what are you doing? And I picked up this like carved Moroccan 70s chair thing and redid it, and I have it in my kitchen, and it's all thanks to you.
Thank you. That inspires me.
I have one too. I got a free filing cabinet from Craigslist. It was like office beige, ugly, all dented and scratched up, and I spray painted it with some bright blue and drew on a few little accents, and it's really so much better. It's amazing how you take something that is really just garbage and anything you do to it will improve it. So really you can't go wrong with the roadkill rescue.
Yeah. One of my favorite projects that I've done that my readers or my audience really loved was I took an old vintage TV, and I have to tell you the story behind it because it's hilarious. It had sat there for like 5 days because I saw, you know, potential, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to take all the roadkill. I'll let somebody else have it. So I knew it was trash night, so it was like midnight, and I begged my husband. He's like, you better do something with this. So I brought it home, and I actually cut it in half. And I made a console table, so now it sits in my front entry, and it's definitely a conversation piece. And I painted it like an aqua with a black glaze, and it's pretty fun. It's cool to think about too, and maybe it's just because I'm sentimental, but thinking of whatever you use in its former life, you know, like the TV, like like a family sat around and watched TV, and you know, you just kind of I like to make up stories about my pieces. So
yeah, that's cool. So if a beginner was gonna go out and do a roadkill rescue today, what would they want to look for?
I try and find solid pieces. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be solid wood because you can do things that aren't, but just something that's, you know, more nicely made. Obviously, solid wood is a bonus, but you're not always going to find that. But a lot of times people will throw things away that like you said, a chair where like the cushion is torn off, where just a simple, you know, new fabric with new staples will really make it, you know. I mean, my thought is, I just look at everything. What if I put turquoise paint on that? How would it look? Yeah. Spray painting.
Spray paint's like a hot thing to do with something you find on the side of the road.
Me and Krylon spray paint. We're like that. Yeah.
Cheap and easy and dramatic.
It is. It's dramatic when you take anything and spray paint it a bright color. It really will transform it. So.
And if you do it wrong, you didn't spend any money on it.
You just throw it at the side of the road again.
Somebody else will pick it up and do something with it.
Becky will come by it and get it.
Yeah, I'll snag it. So yeah.
I love the one that you just did was you took like some sort of a dresser or something and made it into like a puppet theater.
Oh yeah, for some reason there's a lot of people will throw away the top, or even at Goodwill. I mean, you don't have to find things on the side of the road. It could be Goodwill or Craigslist or something like that. But a lot of people will get rid of those hutches for their dressers, but keep the dressers. So what I did is I found on the side of the road, but I just added a little bit of stability, and then like where your dishes normally would lay, it's now a puppet theater for my kids.
Oh, that's cute.
So it's just kind of fun, and you know, same thing, when you find it on the side of the road, it's just kind of cool. You like repurpose it and reuse it in your home. So my kids love that. It's also a snack shop. We also, you know.
Could you use it like as a lemonade stand?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
That would be cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun piece.
Okay, so you're gonna show us a roadkill rescue in just a minute, right?
I am. I'm gonna take something simple that I know every person probably has. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the side of the road. I'm sure everybody has what I'm gonna be showing you. So.
Okay.
We'll be back in a minute, and I can't wait to show you.
Hi, we're back with Becky from Infinitely Creative and Rogue Hill Rescues. And what are we doing today?
Okay, so I have a simple project that I'm thinking most people probably have laying around. It's dresser drawers. You can take them off old drawers that you have at home. You can go to the thrift store. You can always find drawers that are still in good condition that maybe you really wouldn't want for your home. So I took this old dresser drawer, and what I did was first of all, I took off this knob because that's kind of, you know, not cute enough for me. And then I measured just the inside so I could cut a shelf. I thought it would be fun. I mean, it could be a cute shadow box, but I kind of wanted it to hold more of kind of like a vignette. So I measured it, and then I cut just a piece of MDF to size, and that's gonna be our little shelf.
Oh, great, okay.
The only other thing you need to do in order for your shelf is that you need to buy some shelf supports. And you can buy these at any local hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, things like that. And then what you do is you take a drill bit, the same size as the shelf support, and you want to make 2 holes measuring 2 holes where you want your shelf, and then on the other side. And then what you do is you spray paint it, which you know how I love spray paint. So.
So are there any tips for spray painting this type of piece?
Well, you can use like Krylon has come out with a new dual paint, which has the paint and primer in one. You can go ahead and use that. If you want to do it, kick it old style, you can totally do the paint and the primer separate if you feel more comfortable, or if there's a color you'd rather. But my biggest suggestion for spray painting is just to sand in between the primer and the paint, just so you get a really nice finish on your piece.
Good tip.
So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead outside pretending, and we're gonna spray paint. Ta-da, we're back, and we spray painted. Okay, so here I put just a nice coat of yellow on it.
I like that.
Okay, what I didn't show you is inside we have this awesome gray chevron print.
I love
Jen,
the
you should love that. And what you do is, all I did was take a piece of old cardboard, and I literally hot glued my fabric on.
That's smart. So much easier than trying to like Mod Podge it.
Yeah, exactly. And what you can, I mean, chevron, you know, it's a graphic print. You really kind of got to be a little bit careful trying to lay it as nicely as possible so it's straight. And I think I did an okay job of getting it straight. And then, you know, I can't do anything without blinging it up.
I love the bling.
So I got this really pretty crystal knob off Etsy, and you can find a ton of these really cool vintage looking knobs. And then I just think that just, you know, to me, crystal says feminine, and this I would like to go in my bathroom, so I just put that on the top. So now, Jen, will you help me style it since you are so stylicious?
Oh, I would love to.
Okay,
so like this type of thing you could make for any kind of room.
Yeah, I was planning on putting it in my bathroom, but you know, I just thought how fun it would be because, you know, we're crafters. Let's style it up with a little craft supplies. So we are going to just take some craft supplies and make this cute little vignette that you can hang in your studio. If I were to hang this on the wall, all you have to do is get some picture wire and screw it into the back in order to hang it. But obviously this would look great on a dresser, you know, a nightstand, you know, anything, you know.
You could even make it like a jewelry, kind of to hold jewelry.
I had thought about that. When I first saw the drawers, I was thinking of like maybe adding cup hooks, and you can put like necklaces, hang necklaces. It could be for your jewelry. But I just think to take something, you know, it's kind of a statement piece. People are like, is that a drawer on your wall? You know, I just think it's kind of fun. And you know, I love repurposing old things into new things. And I just think this is kind of fun. And I think it's a pretty easy project that anyone can do.
Yeah, I love it. It's a great one for like a first timer.
You could totally do it.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, well, thanks so much for coming and showing us this project.
Welcome.
And join us next week as we get a little creative.